things you could be doing right now, sitting at the beach, on vacation, but you choose to listen to us. So I appreciate that. First of all, let's thank Steve at the board for making us sound good. And listen, I want to get a feedback. What do you guys think about the commercial that just played regarding Alto Health? We're going to get into who Alto Health is, and anybody have questions? We said we was going to do that, but for some reason we started to hold back. But the line is open, 305-945-1580, 305-945-1580. Let me know what you guys want to talk about today, because we have a lot of information for you nevertheless. So coming up, there's a lot of, all the plans will be soon coming out with the plan for 2000, wow, the plan for 2025. They already, they are talking about it, what the new plan is going to be for the new year. But I think we won't go in details, but some of the things that they're proposing is very encouraging, is the word that I think I need to use. Remember, I came maybe a few months ago. Times pass so fast that you don't realize how what day it is. We had discussed that in terms of the meal card, that CMS was considering do away with it. By all indication, that's not going to be the case. I think they're going to continue with it. I was privy and to sit down with a couple of health plans, and so far in both health plans, they don't discuss much about what they're coming out with 2025, but they adamantly say that, well, they're definitely coming back with the meal card in 2026 and do a much even better job. So the meal card will come out in 2026. One thing that it was very interesting for me. A lot of you that are taking expensive medication. So there's a list of medication that the government is going to put out for this coming year, and those medication, the price is going to be reduced on them significantly. Now, remember during the Biden administration, he passed this Prescription Drug Act, where it reduces the price of insulin in certain drugs. Certain drugs, actually, it allows CMS to negotiate the price. So I have the list in the car. I think I should possibly, let me just tell you off the top of my head what I remember. You got Januvia, you got Eliquis. There's other diabetic medication. Those medication, the price will go down come 2026. So those of you who are getting this medication through, let's say you have Medicare, you're getting it through a Medicare Advantage plan, you really don't see the price. Some of you may have a copay, so that copay will go down significantly as well. And if you're buying those medication outright, you will see a reduce on the price of those medications. So that's good news. There's a lot of news coming out. Unfortunately, some of it they're holding back from sharing those information. So stay tuned as we get more information, and whatever we could share with you, we were trying to share it with you whenever possible, okay? Now, let's talk a little bit today about, I want to talk about SSI and the purpose of having SSI, and how could SSI be utilized in a very perfect way. Okay? SSI, what is SSI? SSI is a Social Security supplemental income. So what it does basically, it's you could use SSI as primary income for you if you don't have sufficient credit, or you could use SSI as a supplemental income. And what I mean by supplemental income, I mean that, let's say, for example, your income is $500 that you're getting from Social Security. Well, if you're a U.S. citizen, you could apply for SSI, and they will give you an additional 400 and change. Because right now it's what is it? I think it's 957, if memory serves. The limit for SSI, 967, I think it is. So that's the income limit for SSI. Now, the difference, if you we gave you the example, if you're getting 500 from Social Security, and the difference, which is 400 and change, they will give you that through SSI. So to make your total income, you'll receive a two deposit. Normally the beginning of the month, and the other one maybe the second or third Wednesday of the month, to equal to about $900 or $967. Now, as every plan that every benefits or every program that's helping you, they usually come with a caveat. And what I mean by that, a caveat, is that in order for you to continue getting these programs, one, they usually every year they do an interview to make sure you're still eligible. Two, they have certain condition that comes with you receiving these benefits. If there's any change that happens during the year, you're required to report those changes within 10 days. Now, and also, there's a asset limit that's imposed on you, so you cannot have no more than $2,000 in the bank. As an individual, as a couple, no more than $3,000. Now, often or not, people ask me, what's the difference between SSI or SSDI? We won't get too much into that. SSDI is for disability. SSI by itself, it's a program that you don't have to work for it for you to get it. You just have to qualify for you to receive SSI. The qualification is being a U.S. citizen. Now, along with the asset limit they put on you, and the status, so you have to be a U.S. citizen, but also you cannot leave the U.S. United States for no more than 30 days. Now, I usually tell you guys 29 days. The reason I tell you 29 days because what's going to happen if you leave on a 30th day and you miss your plane? So it's good to be proactive, because if you miss the plane, then what's going to happen is that at that point, they're going to charge you a penalty. 305-945-1580, 305-945-1580. Give us a call. So, with SSI, once you're eligible for SSI, there's other benefits that open automatically for you. then at that point you're eligible to receive Medicare. Now the thing with Medicare, as long as they're getting paid, they're getting their money. Because now the Part A, who's going to pay the Part A for you? The Part A is about $550. So someone has to come up and say, well, I'm going to pay that for you. Recently, there's a program that's available that we applied for an individual, and they give them the Part B. Now, Part B is easy for them to give you because Part B right now is $185 per month. But however, for Part A, if you had worked and acquired 40 quarters, then you're eligible for the Part A. So SSI, in turn, will pay for both A and B for you. But Medicare will accept it as long as they see that the money is coming from somewhere. The money has to come from somewhere. 305-945-1580, 305-945-1580. I don't know, I should do the next thing I was about to do. I'm thinking about some of our friends and family members in Boston that recently lost a loved one. So we're reaching out to you. We're saying, we see you, we hear you, and our deepest condolences to that family. So SSI is a good benefit to have. It's a good benefit to have. Some people say, well, we don't want welfare. I don't consider it to be welfare. If you're in need of help, then you get help. And if I, at the risk of sounding too preachy, when you look at your current situation and the amount that you're receiving from Social Security is not sufficient, so what is it that you're going to do? What is it that you're going to do? So the next best thing for you to do is look for help, and if that help comes in terms of getting extra income so that you could pay your bills, by no means that's what you should be doing. I remember many years ago, I went to a house and I couldn't mention this person's name because she's no longer alive. Rose, what was Rose? I think Rose Sanat. I think that was her last name. And I've talked about I gave that example before. And when I went to her house to apply for food stamp for her, and it was her next door neighbor came out of nowhere towards the back and said, "Rose, are you applying for welfare?" And later on, I found out that was her sister-in-law. Well, those people was in need of that welfare or the food stamp. And I think later on down the line that she had come back to me many years afterward, come back to me to file for food stamp for her. So a lot of times that we tend to put our thinking, our belief with others that, especially that's something that you don't have much clue about. So we want to make it clear to you that SSI is not welfare. SSI is a government grant, a government program that's set to help you during your difficult times. And the government, when they give you a benefits, when they give you money, it's intentional. And what I mean by that is they do it, for example, food stamp. They know that it's going to help which the word escaped me just now. The you're going to spend money in Publix or Walmart or whatever you, and then the people who's growing the plants, growing fruit, vegetable, and all that, those people now they're going to be able to sell their product, and you're going to be able to buy those products. So it's through that program. So it's one thing that's helping the other. 305-945-1580, 305-945-1580. It's one thing that's helping the other. One thing helping the other. So when you have the food stamp, and by the way, the food stamp, you guys have to, while I'm on that subject, you guys have to be very careful with your card. This year, I've heard so many stories about different company that actually, I'm sorry, not company, different people that came to me and told me that how somebody utilized their food stamp. Somebody utilized their food stamp, and they go in and take everything that's on the card, and when they go to shop, and they realize that the card is at zero. So you have to be extremely careful about what you do. Am I suggesting to you? I was sitting with a gentleman. I think it was yesterday, and I was telling him that he received his card, and I was telling him that the best way to combat the fraud that's out there now is once you get your card and you know the date that they're going to deposit the funds for you on the card, well, you go to the market and buy everything that you need. Because after a while, what's going to happen is that once the person go into that account once and didn't get anything, they'll try again a second time. They may try even a third time. But after a third time, if they keep trying and not getting not getting anything, then they're going to give up. They're going to try and find another card that they could use. I remember when I was in college, and I was in Buffalo, New York, we used to, as students, we used to always have some numbers, a phone number or a credit card number. I don't know what it was, but somehow we always have it, and it just get passed around. So we used to use it to call home, because those days there were no cell phone. It was just a phone that was there, and you just get on the wall, type the number, type the information, and make your call. And after a while, that card would expire, then we would find another one. Now, it may well has been that it was somebody's card that we were using, somebody's number that we're using, somebody's account we were using. So it's the same tactic that they're using right now, except more sophisticated. 305-945-1580, 305-945-1580. So, when you receive the deposit for your food stamp, use all of it. just in case that this person or somebody decided to go into your account and they will not find anything. The following month, you keep doing the same thing. Okay? Normally, if you're doing it a couple of months, 3 months, or every month that you do it that way, then this person's going to get discouraged. This person's going to get discouraged. So they're going to get discouraged. So that's the best thing to do. So to get back to that, you have to be very careful. Protect your card. There's a couple of cards that I see a lot of people walk around with that you don't need to walk around with them. The Medicare card, you don't need to walk around with it. The Medicaid card, you don't need to walk around with it. All you need is your Medicare Advantage card. That's the only card that you need to walk around with. So if you get stopped, you end up in a hospital, then that's the card that you're going to present. You're going to a doctor, you're going to a specialist, that's the card you're going to present when you get there. So there's no need for you to walk around with a bunch of cards. No need. No need. So to get back to SSI, so as soon as you're eligible for SSI, you're automatically eligible for food stamp and Medicaid. So that means that automatically, now if you don't apply for it, you're not going to get it. So you have to apply. And as soon as you get it, as soon as you're eligible for SSI, then you go apply for food stamp and Medicaid. And don't forget Medicare Saving Program. Because if you don't apply for it, you won't get it. So we suggest that you apply for it. 305-945-1580, 305-945-1580. Let me hear from you, please. Now, in the second half, what I want to discuss in the second half is spousal benefits. What is spousal benefit and how does it work? And there's a lot of spouses out there. I think it was the early part of this week, I received a call from an individual, and they was inquiring about spousal benefits. They had a portion of it right, but there were some certain things that was not accurate. So we want to help you understand what spousal benefits is and how best it can be utilized. 305-945-1580, 305-945-1580. Spousal benefits, the way it works, back in the days when the men used to be the breadwinner, while the wife would stay home to take care of the family. Well, what they decided to say, well, if the wife is staying home, then when she reached the age of 65 to get the retirement, she won't be able to do it. We have a call. Hello, you on the air.
Hello?
Hello, yes, we on the air.
Yes, my friend. You can help me to get disability?
Yes, we could help you with disability.
Huh?
Yes, we can help you with getting disability. Now,
okay.
Let me ask you this question.
Yes.
Without getting into too specific, what kind of ailment or diagnosis that make you feel that
okay.
you?
I got I got depression, anxiety. I have the neuropathy in my feet.
Okay.
I'm overweight.
Okay.
If I work a little bit, I get very sweaty. I have it's hard for me to concentrate. I can't. I have what they call that? Maybe ADD, stuff like
Right.
that.
Right.
Now they send me the forms. I'm supposed to send them back this week, but I know it's very tough here in Florida to get this.
Well, anything that's worth fighting for is difficult.
Okay.
But they are set standard that's
Yes.
precedent so that when you file for disability, if they deny you the first time, and
Okay.
you have the
Well,
opportunity.
I did apply. I did apply a few years ago. They denied me. They said I got to be blind. I got to be crippled. All that stuff.
Yes, they have certain criteria, but if you have neuropathy, there's something else you mentioned. I think.
Well, yeah. I also have. I'll tell you. I talked to the psychiatrist. She give me medication for anxiety, for depression. And it's hard for me to be around people. When I go to the market, I'm very nervous. I have social anxiety.
Yeah.
And all of this.
Well, with all that, as long that you could, if you have the medical record from your doctor.
Yeah. The psychiatrist has all the paperwork. And the psychiatrist even wanted to put me in the crazy house. I said I'm not going to go in the crazy house.
Exactly.
Once he said that she want to put me in the crazy house, so that's a good sign. I could get my check.
Well, yes, you'll get the check, but is it? Will you get any? Will you get better treatment? Will you get better? That's a different thing.
Yeah.
I think it's best that if
Are you a lawyer?
No, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a lawyer.
Okay.
Now, if you already,
Okay.
there's a lot of noise in the background.
Yeah, I'm driving.
Okay.
I have a few things to do.
If you already applied.
You know what? I will call you back. This is your line. This is your number.
Yes, that's my number.
Okay. Give me to tomorrow, because today we have a few things going on. But I want you to help me get my check, because it's hard for me to work with the anxiety, with the neuropathy and all this stuff.
Now you said they send you an application for you to fill out.
Okay. I also have diabetic wounds on my feet that don't heal.
That doesn't qualify you for disability. I think you have a better chance with the depression and the anxiety
Yes.
to qualify for disability.
But it helps. It helps with neuropathy too, because hard to stand.
Yes, but neuropathy is not. What's the word I'm trying to use? Neuropathy. They don't take that into consideration for disability.
Okay, so you're saying the psychiatrist is the best shot?
Your best shot is the depression and anxiety.
Okay.
If it can be proven.
The doctor gave me a lot of pills, and she mentioned a few times to a care facility. So that's a good sign, I think. I think the doctor will back me up. I need the check,
Yes, I understand that. But remember, the doctor himself or herself, they have to find the diagnosis to back up exactly what they're saying about your disability.
This doctor wants to put me in. She mentioned it a few times, and I said no, I don't feel comfortable. My friend could stay with me and help me. I don't want to go to those kind of places, Listen, I will call you tomorrow because I got too much going on now, and you will help me. Do you charge for the help?
I know we don't charge for the help. If we could help you with filing,
Thank you, my son. God bless you, because I really have problems. I don't like to be around since COVID. I don't like to be around people. When I go to the market, I get very nervous. Every time I try to do little work, like vacuuming, like little cleaning around the house, my heart beats fast. I have fast heartbeat. I sweat, fatigue. I got many problems.
well, the heartbeat, the irregular heartbeat is
Yes, I have a fast heartbeat. It's I sweat. It's to do a normal task is hard for me, and plus the depression, anxiety, it's all piled up.
yeah.
It's difficult right now. I'm not working.
All right,
Okay, so I will call you. What is your name, sir?
Gilbert.
Say it again. I can't hear.
Gilbert Franklin.
Okay, sir. I will call you tomorrow.
All right, sounds good.
Thank you. God bless.
Thank you for calling. 305-945-1580, 305-945-1580. It's people out there are dealing with different things at any given time. So we commend. We appreciate the fact that this gentleman took the time to call and share his experience with what he's dealing with. When he brought disability, I know we were on top of this another subject. With disability, there's certain diagnoses, there's certain diagnoses that you have that they will approve the disability, or the process will go faster with those ailments, with those sickness. But first, for you to be eligible for disability, you have to have work in the United States and accumulate 40 quarters. So in other words, if you have worked for a certain amount for 10 years, then you're eligible to receive retirement benefits. If you didn't work and accumulate 40 quarters, then you're not going to be eligible for disability. Now, there is such a thing as Medicaid disability, but it's not the same thing. I don't think Medicaid disability offer you any income. They do, however, help you along with the medical part, but they don't offer any income. I don't even think they offer food. 305-945-1580, 305-945-1580. And one of the applications that I remember doing, and I was very surprised how fast they actually responded, was someone with end-stage renal disease. So end-stage renal disease, heart failure, cancer, those diagnoses tend to get favorable processing. So in other words, that they tend to process those applications much faster. Now, of course, that's providing that you have all the paperwork, everything that you need for someone at the office to diagnose you, to review it. So that will help speed the process for you. 305-945-1580, 305-945-1580. That will help speed the process for you. Now, there's various steps that process you go through. First of all, they have to see if you're eligible in terms of having the 40 quarters. Second of all, they have to, it goes through the state. Then the state has to set up an appointment for you to see their doctor. And their doctor will evaluate you to see whether you can't help yourself. You can't continue to do the job that you ordinarily used to do. 305-945-1580, 305-945-1580. You can't continue to do the same job that you are doing. That's the definition of disability. And so once it goes through examiner, the examiner will review your medical records, the medication that you're taking, if you're going to rehab, if you're going to what did the doctor prescribe? And they will take all that into consideration and finalize it and determine whether you are eligible to receive disability. So it's a process normally take about 6 to 8 months. But the good thing about it is retroactive. In other words, that application from the first month that it went in, while it's going to processing, while it's going to processing, then once you approve, they'll pay you all the 6 months that from the time that the application was put in until the time that you were approved. So it's retroactive. The other thing is, you receive, once they deem that you're eligible for, to receive disability, then within 24 months after that you receive the eligibility, then you'll be eligible to receive your Medicare. They most likely, once that happens, of course, they will send you a Medicare card. But well before that, let's say, for example, 6 months later, that's when it took some 6 months to review your application, review you, and determine, they find out that, yes, this person is eligible to receive disability. They send you a check. They probably send you the 6 months check. And now you're on your seventh month. The 7 month that the 6, well, let's say the 6 month that you went through the waiting period, you will get reimbursed. You will get paid for the 6 months. And the 7th month, you will start getting a regular check every month. 24 after you've been receiving checks, or you've been on disability for 24 months, then you will get in the mail your Medicare card with its expiration date on it. There's no expiration date for Medicare. So I made a mistake in repeating that. And So they'll automatically send it to you. Another thing that would automatically happen is your disability, when you turn 65, will automatically change to retirement benefits. So they won't send you any notice, tell you that they're going to change it. You will continue receiving the same amount that you were receiving. The only way that you will find out that there's a change that was made is by you going to your bank account or your statement and you see SSDI is changing to SSR. SSDI is changing to SSA. The same amount that you are receiving, you will continue to receive the same amount. (305-945-1580), 305-945-1580. Let me hear you. So now you have your Medicare, you have Medicare Advantage Plan. Automatically, as soon as you're eligible for disability benefit, you're automatically eligible to receive Medicaid. You're automatically eligible to receive food stamp. Because you are receiving SSDI, Social Security Disability and Income. Now the application process, as you heard the gentleman was talking, the application process, it takes some time. There's a lot of information that you have to put in there, and they have to be correct. You can't give an answer that's not making sense or omitting or embellished. So you have to make sure that you provide them with the right information. You have to make sure that you provide them with information such as medical history, the medication that you're taking, if they did labs, if they do an MRI, all that are things that's going to prove to the examiner when they sit down with your record in front of them, and they be able to make a decision whether you are truly disabled. Those are the things that they're going to look at. Some people, they're unable to lift items. One of the questions, are you able to lift more than 5 pounds? Are you able to stand up or sit down, stand up for a long extended period of time? Are you able to sit down for a long period of extended time? Those are the things that I'm concerned. 305-945-1580, 305-945-1580. So those are the things that you need to be concerned about. Now, at the same token, you apply for Medicaid. It's vital important that, of course, you're going to apply. I think most people, what they do is they say, well, I'm going to apply for QMB, for Qualified Medicare Benefits, or Medicare Saving Program. And they apply for that, but you're not fully covered. You have to apply for Medicare, Medicaid as well. So make sure whoever is doing the application for you, ask them to apply for Medicaid as well. That way, when you go to the doctor, you are fully covered. When you go to the doctor, you are fully covered. Oh. With the rest of the time that we have, if by any chance that you get denied from for disability, then it's not the end of the world. They allow you to get a lawyer that is specialized on disability. And what they will do is you go through, they'll take your case and they'll send a letter to Social Security, let them know that you have an agreement with them. And they will go to court with you. They will go to court with you. And the way it works is you basically will be paying them through your Social Security income. I believe it's about $6,000. I don't know if it's still that amount. But they will have you sign a piece of paper stating that this is the amount that you agree to pay. And your doctor, I'm sorry, not your doctor, and the lawyer will send it to Social Security, and Social Security would put it in your file. If the lawyer goes to trial and he's able to help you get your Social Security disability, then after the process, he will send that information to Social Security, and Social Security will send him a check. Now, once you sit down with the lawyer, and by the way, you could look through, you could Google, and you find out a disability, Social Security disability lawyer in your area that would help you with that. Don't take that for granted. Go see a lawyer, and they will help, and they'll go to battle for you, basically. It's not the end of all. 305-945-1580, 305-945-1580. I'm in the studio in North Miami today. Those of you that are listening to me for the first time, this show is being broadcast live on YouTube and Facebook. So you could go on WSRF 1580 AM, and you could subscribe to this show. So every time that I'm on, then what they will do is it will automatically send you the show, and so you won't miss a beat. Now we hope in the future to take this to another level, if God's willing. I think a lot of you are deserving this information, and we're going to do our best to bring it to you. As always, it is a pleasure for me to come every Wednesday, or every day that we're able to come on and bring you this type of information. Again, my name is Gilbert Franklin. You could always reach me at 954-667-4885, 954-667-4885. I love you guys. A bientôt. Bye-bye.